Hi, my name's Sophia. Welcome to this DMDF Twin Flame Starseed Lightworker Tarot Love Reading. Welcome to this community. Welcome back. Welcome if you're new. So what I was getting was serving a purpose. Now, it depends what kind of, like, say you're in a 3D job and just, a job. If you're watching me, then generally you should be some kind of spiritual job, particularly how hardcore I am, right? That is, if you're connected with me, then you're ready. That's one thing. The other thing, you should be in some kind of spiritual work. So if you're just like, well, it's just, just for now it will do, blah, blah, blah. It's more like the end game is what I'm kind of picking up. It's like serving a purpose is what the key word I'm getting. So I'll give two scenarios. If you're going to this 3D job and you're like, well, I'm there because it serves a purpose, it's easy, the money's good, it pays, it works around and stuff like that. That perception is serving a purpose. But is it though? Because how does that purpose serve you? Another scenario, twin flame. I'll give you my situation, right? Me and David are talking about, because we want to go and live in the country, and he wants to build his own home. People build those homes up themselves. So he's very much one of those in vast ways in the woods, blah, blah. Can't wait. But, that's a 5 to 8 year plan. So in the meantime, I don't know, he might end up living with me. I don't know if I'm going to live with him, to be honest, but that's not due to, not that I don't want to. This area is good for me with Quan. I need to deal with, I like to be close to Quan. Anyway, my point is, now this up and down, in and out, back and forth, right, which is fine, but I'm just saying, it's not all ideal, but it serves a purpose. We have a plan for a better life in the future. What you're doing now, it serves a purpose. It pays the rent. It's around the school, so I can drop the kid. That's not serving a purpose. That's just what it is. That's the energy I'm getting, right? Let's see how it's connected with your person and stuff like that. All right. So I've got a fake. I do apologize, but I will be posting my smaller programs. When I go back and forth from David, I do forget. So I have forgotten, but I will be posting the smaller programs. I've got it up there now, so after this I'm going to post a smaller program up there. So I just don't know which one yet. I tried to put the smaller ones relevant to the energy that's out there at the moment. So the energy that's out there at the moment is third party. This is a third party. But what I'm finding from several actually customers that I'm doing counselling with still, because I've still got people I'm doing it, is the third party is someone you're connected to. That's what I'm finding out with the third party. You don't think you are connected, but you are. I never forget when I separated from my husband, I went out with this guy called Tom, and I was talking to my husband, and I thought it was okay. But when I properly separated, when I met someone else, and I didn't want to have any sort of connection with my ex anymore, then the narcissistic stuff trait came out. But this first person I was dating called Tom, he was like, it's not right what you're doing, talking to you, it's not normal. And I was like, oh, you're just jealous, or, oh, you can't really most can't have a relationship with their ex or something like that without the other person being jealous. No, he was correct. Right? Why was I focused so much on someone else when I had my person there? That was him at the time, right? So that's what I find in generally, there's a third party that you're connected with if there's a third party within your relationship, right? Plus job, plus other sorts of things. But I'm just saying, most of it is there's some kind of ex or something you're not releasing. You're either holding on to like, oh, they're all right, right? Well, why are they an ex? That's the question, right? Very good question. Why are they an ex if they're all right? So why are you holding on to them energetically? So that's just a little tip. So that's why I said I might put the third party in there. I think I've put the 5D channel message. So the next one I'll be, the third party is very much that needs to be in there. All right, so let's jump in. So join the Facebook group. The link's in the description box. There's others in there that's post. Lorraine did have her post on private by mistake. So some of you might have not seen her recent posts. I'm just saying. So that's sorted now. So it's not you. It was a mistake. So you can see everyone that posts in there now on the Facebook group. So, all right. Is it all of them? Yep, it's all of them. Hold on. I've got to pick these up. There. That's interesting. That one there. All right. If anyone copied how I shuffle, I remember someone said I shuffled just like you. I was like, well, you can't do the cards like me. I just pulled them out. You know, some tarot readers just pull them how they pull them, right? And that's what I do. Anyway, what's these ones there? That goes there and that one there. See? How would you know? All right. But if you like my readings, this is my tarot training, right? Go check it out on the website. Page of what? Oh, what is that? Very, the initial energy was like, how can I say it? It's like, you know, you're spiritual. It's like I'm just going to say it, two-faced, right? You're watching me, but you would never associate with me to the people who you associate. It's like a separate life. And people say that. I have a relationship with my twin flame. I hear that all the time. And I felt like that very much, right? That is a separate life, right? And I'm like, well, you have a separate life. Look at you watching me, but then you'll go and talk about the weather, watch the news. People say they have the virus and all this kind of thing. I'm like, that's not me. So why are you watching me then? Separate life. And that's what I'm getting from this. It was straight away. It was like 3D all over it. But you're twin flame, right? You're a light worker. You're here to live and experience this planet. But where's this connection of source? The sun is here, but it's not connected. I need to go. Page of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Page of Swords. Page of Wands. There's a lot of ego at the moment. I want it this way. I want it. Why don't they do it this way? And why don't I do it that way? Right? I tell you, it's quite easy, right? If you want to save money on counselling, this is the trick which I do all the time, right? Today, I just got back from David's. Today, we was in the shop, he was getting his lunch before he went to work. I said, oh, look, there's loads of flowers, extra flowers. I presume it's Mother's Day, right? My mum's passed, so I don't keep up with any of that. And Quan always forgets. So, right. So I was like, oh, look, hint. And he, in there, getting out and getting my lunch and blah, 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 right? And it pissed me off. I'll be honest, right? Because the man barely gets me any flowers. And I love flowers. I keep telling him, right? But he doesn't, right? What do I do in situations that pisses you off with this Page of Wands, right? I'm like, is it worth losing David over? No. That's all you got to do, right? Is it worth, am I going to say, well, I don't know, say I had friends, oh, I gave him up because he wouldn't get me any flowers. No, there's other ways of doing it, right? But you've got to find the other way, which, so that you don't, because this is ego. I don't know what else to say. That's like, well, why don't they do it? I keep telling you, when you get to my counseling, whatever question you have, right, I promise you I'll turn it round so to make it okay. I promise you I'll turn it round to make you see it differently, right? And I promise you as well, it's not necessarily connected with your person. I always point it back to you to make you see things differently, because I don't place any expectation of your person. If you go, oh yeah, if I do the work, then they change. Yes, that's absolutely. And generally most people see that. But I say, no, when you start saying that, I say, no, it might work in a different way. Maybe when you work on yourself more, you won't want the flowers. Do you see what I mean? Something like that. This is very reptilian. And it's like you push forward, but then you're back to, it's reptilian, or this was out the last reading, a Page of Swords, a student, to intellect of how you're doing things. I don't know what else to say with the Page of Swords. And it's my Page of Swords, massive, the sword, right? It looks like an Ace of Swords. It's that big, right? But it's a page. This is like mentality. This is like, and I get it, because we're so programmed to have these ways of doing things, and totally missing the point of you're just seeing your person and what you get from your person. That's what they teach you. Because at the end of the day, I would love that as a magician, flowers. And he knows, and I tell him, right? But he doesn't do it. It pisses me off. I don't know why. I show him and I try, but it doesn't warrant me leaving the person. This is you trying to move forward, but then being defensive. I don't know what to say. Let me see if you're moving past it. Eight of Pentacles underneath this Page of Wands. You need to work harder. You need to work harder at this, whatever ego, stubbornness that is not making you push forward. And if you keep resisting, it keeps happening. So you have to find another way for the solution of what you are fighting and being defensive with your person. A new way of how to get stable with this Ace of Pentacles here. Because you're trying to, well, Page of Swords, I'm trying to monitor my person, how they react and how I do things by pushing things forward and stuff like that. But it's not working. Nine of Wands, defensive. The Sun, like I said, this is all over it, is the physicality. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, the Sun. Because even though in my deck of cards the Sun is twin flames, yes, because we're supposed to be on the physical plane, but that's why the Moon is connected, the Sun and the Moon, right? Because the Moon is normally, oh, your person, you're left, is emotionally not available, they're not showing up, there's darkness there and stuff like that. But the Moon is emotions. So you always kind of get it wrong, right? And it's about how your emotions, let me think of another one I was thinking today. Oh, I forgot. I don't want to go into that. And if it comes up, it comes up again. So this reading, basically, I'm like, you're trying some kind of plan or something, pulling back. It's quite defensive. And it's not working. And you're thinking, but you think you're working hard at it. This is hard work. 10 of Swords, 9 of Wands. This is burdens, because 9 of Wands to the 10 of Wands. 10 of Swords. Keep stabbing me in the back. Keep falling flat on my face. It's not working. This is a battle, right? 10 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. Collaboration. So, what we got here? it's, to me, you're like, there's a fucking nightmare in this situation to get balanced. Six of Pentacles, right? And, oh, that's what, they popped up again. It's kind of like, there is, I don't want to get it pulled too much into this, but there is something to do with the concept of, what is it called? Let me see if I research it. Hold on. I think it's called love languages or languages, right? And there is an element within that masculines and feminine, and all they've done is just made a new title of it called love language, or men, women speak different languages. But it's more than that. It's more on the individual, right? So, for example, I have lemon tea, literally, right? I just get a lemon, not a whole lemon, I slice it and I squeeze it with hot water. That's what I have all day long, right? I would say to David, buy me flowers, buy me flowers, buy me flowers. But he went and he was there and there's lemons. And he's like, I bought you some lemons, right? And I'm like, he brought me something. He never uses lemons. Do you see what I mean? That's his way of doing it. So there's an element of like, you know, a different way of how they would do things. That's what I would tell you to find with your person. What do they do? And that I promise you, your person does things that you take for granted that other people do and they don't. They definitely don't. That's why I say go to Twin Flames, read the comments, and I promise you that A, you're doing what they're doing and they're not moving forward, and B, that you'll find people that have shittier, shitter, I don't know the word, right, situations than what you have. And that means too, because in the alien deck of cards, it keeps coming up with seeing positives and negatives, right? And literally, it's like taking that, I wouldn't say it's a negative, he doesn't get me flowers, but, you know, and changing that to something positive just by looking at other people's situation. And that's what counseling does, because you can say something to me and I can say, fuck me gently. Your person does that and no one else. I've had hundreds of image readings and loads of counseling so far, and no one's told me that their person does that. You're lucky. That's what this is about. But you're seeing it is, it's a nightmare, 9 of Wands, to get this. You know, maybe it's a nightmare to be seen because there's a lot of darkness here or something like that. But it's like, realistically, if you get to the heart of the matter with the kind of sun coming here, then you'll push forward. They love you. That's what the Twin Flame, the Lightworkers' contracts are. Starseed Lightworkers is obviously about everything is love. That's what this is about. Everything is love, right? And like I said, with me and David, we're planning to, well, I say we, but he's going to build the house. I said, well, I'll help, you know. That's the plan, 5 to 8 years. But why I'm saying that is because that's down the road now, right? Still, it's not like something now so I can show off to everyone we're living in together. It's still dark, it's still shady, but that's loving in itself. You see, that we're planning that we're thinking about that. There's stuff that your person might do, which you will talk to me about, and I can say, well, you know, someone else will say, well, my person never talks about the future, but he does buy me flowers. Do you see what I mean? This is about learning, finding the balance here with the Six of Pentacles, learning what your person does that you others don't. And I'm giving others examples because the Three of Pentacles here. That's why this community is here. People always say to me, well, not always, but some people say to me, oh, you know, it's pretty cool talking to you. I can tell you things. And counseling is good because it's like, well, I get something from you and you get it from me, because it's a different relationship. It's very different. So I learn from you as well. That's Three of Pentacles. When we collaborate and do counseling. You see, and that's what this is all about. You're not getting balance. You think you've got crumbs because my deck of cards with the Six of Pentacles is equal. But you think you're getting crumbs this side, right? But it's Three Pentacles here. It's Three Pentacles there. That's what it is. I don't know what else to say. The Queen of Pentacles here. What's this one? Because this was set. Well, they told me to put it separate. This card here, compared to the reading, the Queen of Pentacles is like you feel you're stable and you're good enough and you're enlightened and stuff like that. There's a separation. Why do they want me to say that? It's a separate. How do I even go into that? We are all one, and people know that concept, but they don't collaborate, right? There'd be a master teacher showing it off about how the concepts of oneness, right? We all one, there's no such thing as separation and all that. But I guarantee if I emailed them and said, would you like to collaborate with me? There'd be no reply. Put it that way, right? So that's a contradiction. And why I'm saying that is because how you understand the concept of we are all one and this collaboration is when you get to the heart of the matter. And the heart of the matter is that it's impossible for me alone to help so many people, right? So the heart of it, right, that's when I get to it. Yes, obviously that makes common sense. So I offer to share what I know to get you lot out there so you can help more. Obviously, if 2 of you are out there, there's double the amount of people I'm targeting. Whenever it comes to the heart of the matter is when it comes to oneness, right? And that's what, but this reading with this Queen of Pentacles, I feel there's a separation. I feel like you're overdue here doing this and you want your twin flame, but you're connected as one, right? To just focus on that heart space with your person, which there is no one I have not had in counseling or image reading, when I had the image readings, that has ever said, oh, I don't, well, they wouldn't have booked me. I'm not interested or love my person. And I know they love me too, right? So everything else, like I said, I feel that this is 3D. That's what it is. There's some of you who might just be, it's not even making do. I'm trying to connect it with the initial energy. It's the work you're doing. I don't know what else to say. Eight of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, right? The physical or something that you're doing with work isn't you. So you're being two-faced. Oh, if my person loved me, he will buy me flowers, for example, right? But he does. So why aren't you in that space of love and doing what you love, mission, right? You're not, right? And that was connected to the initial energy. Oh, it will do for now, right? But that now will always be now. When will you change that? So it's quite loads of bits and pieces in this reading. But to me, this is same old, same old. All you're trying to do is, and that's why I didn't want to go into the, is it like, it's not like that, love language. I think it's called, someone made up this concept of love languages. And like I said, it's not really love languages. It's just your person shows love differently than how you do, right? That's it. But, oh, well, this is great. Let's put a title on it. But it's quite common that your masculine will do things differently. And I love that. Because if I would never have thought, and I hope he's probably like, oh my God, she's talking about my fucking the lemons right today. But I was like, wow, I never expected that, right? That was lovely, right? When he does things like that. Then, you know, he got me some croissant something with, I don't know, cinnamon in the inside of it for breakfast. I'm like, that's what you have, that creates balance. There's stuff your person does, but you'll want it a specific way. And why I say it's a specific way, because the 3D job is a specific way. And I don't care how free you are in your job, you're enslaved. If you can't just cut like me, like I go to, I don't like letting anyone down. It's very rare. I think I've probably done it 2 times lately, but I don't like to cancel and rearrange. But at the same time, I'm a fucking entrepreneur. That is why I'm an entrepreneur. Then I can work around David. Absolutely. But I don't like to do it. But I can. Your job, right? You have to be there. I can take a fucking year off if I so choose. You can't. It's having the ability to do what you want. You'll still make it, because that was the initial energy of this reading. You're not understanding the heart space is freedom. It's freedom. Complete freedom. And that's what it is. And it's a freedom to let your person show up how they are and then love that part of the person. That's what it is. And like I said, I get pissed off with the flower situation. But it's not enough to be defensive, to be stubborn, to create an argument. Do you see what I mean? Once again, Page of Wands, Page of Swords, student. Still not learning how to do it properly. Need counselling. Absolutely need counselling. If you get counselling with anyone other, you still get me anyway. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting to the heart of the matter. I don't want everyone booking me, right? So if I stop people booking me, then I don't have counselling all the time. Then I'll have chances to help far more who needs me. Because I've set up a program of how to do the counselling, right? Instead of just me all the time. I promise you, that's what the heart of the matter is. Finding a different way. That's what I do in this community. Find a different way for things to work. And that's what you're supposed to do. And then slowly, and this is you. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know if you're new, hello, right? But I've been on here, I think, 3.5 years. Maybe, about 3.5 years, I presume. And if you go back to the beginning, I never forget, I was saying I see David every 3 to 4 weeks. And he just stays after work. He comes from after work, long shift. He'll sleep the night and go. You can go and find the fucking videos, right? Now we're like it's like we split where we live. He's generally I go to him, but sometimes he comes to me. Do you see what I mean? And then I'll go to him, and sometimes he's here, and it's 50-50, right? The moving forward, and what did I do to do that, right? Like I said, 3.5 years with this, I had a channel. It wasn't a community. It started off with Sophia Charles. Then I changed it to Twin Flame Community. Then I changed it to Starseed Lightworkers. Now it's New Earth, and then I've created another community, another Twin Flame community. Then I've got the Soulmate community. So it's communities, right? Then I made these cards, and I made these cards, and I made another deck of cards which I don't use. That's only for mission, right? Then I made programs, then programs and programs. My point, I worked on me, on mission. 8 of Pentacles is mission, right? Which is my contract to do, which is me. Everything I've done here has fuck all, realistically, let's get to the nitty-gritties, to do with David. Did I make these cards, right, to do with David? No. Did I make the alien ones to do with David? No. The programs I'm making? No, nothing to do with David. The Soulmate community, the New Earth, the Twin Flame community to do with? No. Facebook group, no. Do you see what I'm saying here? What are you doing that serves you, that is why you're here, connected as a twin flame, or you personally? Because I love this job, right? What you do 100% personally. And don't get mistaken as a hobby. A hobby you don't get paid for. What do you do that's connected with your twin flame, which you know is a different connection that is solely for you, nothing to do with your twin flame? This is why I work, right? And you can see the progression from 3.5 years of how much little bit I done where me and David are now. That's 100%. And that's the new way forward of the contract. Because all the old twin flames about you just get your person, you're both up there and you're just talking. How many twin flames got together for that? It didn't work. And it was no purpose of it at all. Because soulmates talk about what the twin flames talk about. There is no difference, right? You can literally book a soulmate advisor. It doesn't have to have the twin flame title. You just choose the twin flame, right? But they say the same thing. Love yourself, inner child, blah, blah, blah. There's no difference. So why do you have a different connection? Logicate. Your logic is not correct, right? That's why Wands are twin flame, because Wands is wisdom. So until you get wisdom, and wisdom comes with age, can't help that. I'm fucking nearly 50, right? Wisdom comes with age and experience. And as I said, you can see the experience of how I progressed. And you know that saying, if I can do it, you can do it, right? If I can do it, you can do it. And this way is far fucking easier because you work on you. And anyone that's in the community, they will say they worked on themselves and there's changes. Hence why people leave. Because okay, I've done a bit of changes. My twin flame's shown up and bye, Sophia. It's all working out now. I'm like, don't be vain, right? You've still got a long way to go. Student, learn, right? And I had to learn. My biggest fuck up was mission. My biggest fuck up was definitely mission. And so many people coming, draining, taking so much energy for me for free, right? But who does mission? I had no one to look at, to see, to gauge it. So I pulled it out my arse, pulled it out my bum cheeks, right? I never done programs before. Not these ones anyway. Anyway, let's see what upstairs, the aliens and stuff. At least you have someone who you can say and see what they actually do. Solar plexus, Mars. This is about control. Taking back control as well. Because that fighting against, let's just say, like, my person, let's give an example. Emotionally unavailable. That's quite common, right, with twin flames. My person's emotionally unavailable. So it pisses you off, right? So you want to control that situation. But that means you're giving your power to your person to wait for your person to then say something to you, right? But when you take your power back, then it releases that resistance. This is about taking back control because Mars is, once again, control. Tower as well. Tower of your foundation of how you want things. Build a new way of doing it. The Ace of Pentacles. Personality, self-esteem, gut instincts, wisdom, right, and power. Take your power back. Take your power back. Like I said, I'll repeat with the David example. I was like, wow, isn't it nice to have something different and someone point out something different that you didn't even expect, right? That you have the others. And when he came with that, I never expected that. I hope he's not listening. He's, for fuck's sake, she just loved the lemons. He's kind of like that, you know. But I'm just like, I never expected it. If he got me flowers, it'd be nice, but I've been asking for them. So doing something and buying a cake or something like that, it was a cake. I was like, oh, I didn't expect that. Change it. Build a new foundation with the Ace of Pentacles. Because the way, like I said, you're doing it over here is an isolated way, which you think you're enlightened to do, but you're sat in an old graveyard here. Can you see? It's a grave, which is a rooted belief system, dead and buried way of doing this. And that's why you're feeling like, I'm just getting crumbs stabbing me in the back. 10 of Swords. It's a fucking nightmare. Nine of Wands here. right? Hard work, 8 of Pentacles, right? It's hard work. It's not supposed to be. Relationships are hard because they say women, but I think men do it as well. They date differently. Women date like, oh, this is my twin flame, so we're supposed to be together. So you date on the predicted outcome of your person to change or do something for you, because you know you're supposed to be with your person instead of living in the now, in the moment, right? Masculines do it, but more different than how we do it, right? That's that. But you'll hear about doing it differently. Change that foundation to suit you to when you get to the core. So I give my examples all the time about famous people. There is no one that's not famous that generally takes 10 years. 10 years, a decade to get out there. Obviously, the odd one or two, you know, I'm not saying it's solid, but generally it's 10 years to be out there. And what do? They go to the heart. I want to be famous and a Hollywood superstar. I want to be famous, a Hollywood superstar. I want to be, that's what they keep doing when they get rejection. Oh, it's not fair. I've got, you know, I never forget Naomi Campbell. I know I'm going off, but she was with all these other models, and she was a black woman there. And I remember she said she got 25 grand, and all the other supermodels on the top cover of Vogue, probably 30 years ago, got like 50. It triggered me, but at the same time, because she was black, the others were white. If she wasn't on there, she was the face. But that's what she had to do to go out there, to be on the face of Vogue. But still, there's someone like me still talking about how amazing that was. And I remember that experience. You're talking about stuff that later on in life will change if you just get out of your ego. Twin flames, light workers, whatever, but twin flames is generally light workers. Star seeds are connected to a twin flame scenario, are supposed to be with their person. They don't put times on it because there's no fucking time. Time's an illusion, just like this physical world is an illusion, right? But the time delay is generally you, but because you lot have been programmed to do it in a structured way. But the time shouldn't matter if you're just going to spend time with your person. Like I said, me and David talking about 8 years ahead. I'm so excited about it. I told him go and write the plans up now. We're talking about it now. But at the end of the day, that's 8 years down the track. But every time I'm seeing him, I'm not like, oh, it'll get into my heart space. But that's what it is. You just do that. So what difference does it make about time if I'm living with David in that love of the heart space, where we're going to live in the woods, wherever that is, where we're thinking Devon, or now, today, meeting him there? What difference does it make, right? That's what this is. You have to change the way of doing it. If you can't see it, counselling. Counselling all day long. Right, let's see. Did I put out? Yeah, solar plexus. This is a tower, right? You're confusing your way of doing it out of ego, stubbornness, and that it should be, and I should be able to, and they should be, right? When you love yourself, you don't give a fuck. You're doing your own thing, literally. You're just doing your own thing. I'm laughing at my cards. Please be patient, right? I need to work on myself. And like, you might get, oh, fuck's sake, got to wait for patience. What difference does it make if you're seeing your person? Then you don't care about the patience because you're just seeing your person, right? But it's like, you're patient because you're waiting for a result or something. That's why you get triggered when the patient cards come out, right? Change it, right? Pay, right? Pay up. That's what money's for. The money is for you to go to have your experience of what you love. You love your twin flame, so pay up for what you love. Simple. Everything in this community, apart from my cards, right? But, you know, I can't, how do I guarantee you this? But I'll guarantee you can learn tarot from it, right? If you bought my cards. But all my programs, including the counselling, is money back guarantee. So if I can pay for what you want and what you love, that's what this is about. Literally, I was going to get the taxi. David was on the on his mobile. He's like, oh, the times of the buses keep changing. Fuck it, I'll just get a taxi. Pay for things. Not for fags, not for going out drinking with the girls, not for going out with the lads, not for stupidness, right? Pay for what you love. That's what you, and you love you, and you want your person. That's it. What you doing with all the free stuff? If it worked, then why aren't you with your person? Wisdom is needed here. Absolutely. Okay, I'm out. Check out the Facebook. Speak to you later.